Would a predator ever beg for help? That question alone is enough to send shivers down your spine. Imagine you're walking alone in the heart of the African savannah, where the tall grasses hide more than just beauty. Sometimes they hide pain, secrets, and cries that never reach human ears. The sun blazed overhead, its golden rays beating down on the parched land. The dry wind whispered across the plains, carrying with it the distant cries of birds and the rustle of a silent wilderness. Ranger Ayla, just 27 years old and newly assigned to this vast wildlife reserve, stood atop her olive-green patrol jeep, scanning the horizon. Her piercing eyes, shaded by her dusty hat, were trained not just to see but to observe. This wasn't just a job. It was a calling. She had barely been here 3 weeks, but the land had already seeped into her bones. The silence, the danger, the rawness of it all. It was a world without filters, just life and death, truth and instinct. And today, that instinct screamed that something wasn't right. The vultures circling far in the distance were the first sign. She turned the wheel sharply and headed toward them. Something deep inside her gut whispered this wasn't just a carcass. Something was different. As she neared the area, her vehicle came to a slow crawl. The tall grass waved like an ocean of secrets, and just ahead, nestled beside a termite mound, she saw it. A cheetah, alone. But what caught her breath wasn't the cheetah itself. It was what it was doing. The sleek predator wasn't crouched to pounce. It wasn't hissing or growling. It was crying. Tears mixed with sweat and blood streaked its face as it limped closer, not away, but toward Ayla's vehicle. Its eyes, golden and glassy, locked with hers. And in that moment, something happened. Time slowed. The wild paused. The cheetah begged. Its front legs folded, lowering itself into a kneeling position. Its head bowed, then lifted weakly. It tried to let out a cry, but it sounded like a whisper laced with pain. One paw lifted slightly, trembling, pointing, not at Ayla, but behind it. Ayla stepped down slowly from her jeep. Her heart thumped like a tribal drum. Her radio crackled, but she didn't respond. Her hand instinctively brushed against the tranquilizer rifle at her side, but she didn't raise it. The cheetah didn't pose a threat. Its body was shaking. It was injured, but it was asking for something else, not help for itself. It turned its head back again, eyes desperate, and let out another broken cry. Ayla followed the cheetah's gaze. A few meters away, hidden beneath the dense brush, she saw movement. Carefully, she stepped forward, brushing the leaves aside, only to freeze. There, caught in a cruel, rusted snare, was another cheetah. Smaller, weaker, and dying. Its paw was twisted unnaturally, blood pooling beneath it. The snare had cut deep into its flesh, its breathing shallow. It had given up struggling. The first cheetah, the one that had begged, was its sibling. Ayla's throat tightened. "Oh my God!" she whispered, dropping to her knees beside the snared cheetah. Years of training kicked in. She radioed for backup but didn't wait. With trembling hands, she opened her medkit and snare-cutting tools. The other cheetah, the one who had led her here, sat just a few feet away. Watching, guarding, praying. Each twist of the tool was slow, deliberate, careful. She could feel the heartbeat of the wounded cheetah beneath her fingers. Fast, weak, but still holding on. Finally, with one final snap, the snare released. The cheetah cried out in pain, but it was free. Ayla didn't back away. She cleaned the wound, wrapped it, and whispered soft words. "You're okay now, you're okay." And then, something even more unbelievable happened. The first cheetah walked up beside her. It nudged her shoulder, softly, then lowered its head and gently licked the injured one's face. Ayla stepped back. The moment was theirs. Two wild hearts reunited, not with roars or snarls, but with relief. Ayla felt her knees weaken. This wasn't a rescue. This was a miracle. 4 weeks after, the cheetahs disappeared. Ayla thought she'd never see them again. Until one cloudy evening. While driving back to the base, she spotted a figure in the distance. The same cheetah, standing tall, healthy. Beside it, the sibling, healed, limiting his weight, but walking. The cheetah turned its head toward her, stared for a few seconds, and then did something she would never forget. It bowed, just once, and walked away into the golden grass. Ayla leaned back in her seat, tears falling freely. That single gesture spoke more than any words ever could. She had been part of something ancient, pure, sacred, a moment when predator and human met, not in fear or dominance, but in trust. Did this story touch your heart the way it touched ours? Would you have believed it if it hadn't been told? Tell us in the comments, what would you have done if a predator came to you, not to attack, but to beg? If you believe in the beauty of wild connections and the power of compassion, please consider subscribing to our channel Animal Survival Stories for more powerful, emotional true stories like this. Your support helps us bring forgotten voices of the wild to light, one story at a time.